Hello, Shira here. I've been thinking this week about mental health, and I realized that it's normal to be struggling a little bit at the moment. I mean, we're living in times of a pandemic after all, and everything's different, everything's unnatural to some extent at the moment. And I was thinking about what are the things that I'm doing every day that are actually helping me, and just reflecting on those things and sort of trying to highlight them for myself so I can be more motivated to do them every day. And so I wanted to share with you 10 things that help me cope with Corona and the times we're living in. The first thing is I make the bed in the morning. This is something that I've actually been doing most of my life because it just has such a stabilizing effect on me when, you know, I get up, I make the bed, and whenever I go back into the bedroom and there's some order there and there's a nicely made bed, it just makes me feel serene. On the other hand, if I go into my bedroom and the bed's a mess, it makes me feel yucky inside. So that's something I've been doing for a long time, but I feel like it's especially important at the moment. The second thing is right now I am getting dressed every morning, and I dress up a little bit. I'm giving myself permission to be a little bit playful. Even if I know nobody's gonna see me, I still get dressed in, you know, my best clothes, fun clothes, especially things that I haven't worn in a long time, like interesting earrings or a scarf or, I don't know, leg warmers or whatever it is. Like, I look through my cupboard and whatever I see, that makes me feel inspired, I just allow myself to put it on. No matter if it's expensive or if I was saving it for special occasions in the past or anything like that. I just give myself permission to wear it because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm having fun, like I'm inspired, and it's an investment in my mental health. I also put on a little bit of makeup every morning. Not a lot, just a little bit, but I feel it really makes a difference. You know, every time I look in the mirror, like I go to the bathroom, I wash my hands afterwards, and I look in the mirror and I just look a little bit better, and it makes me feel better. The third thing is I call my parents in the morning with little Baruch. We call them together. And, you know, sometimes they don't have a lot to say. We just say hi and make small talk and let them watch the baby play a little bit. But it helps me to feel connected to them. And it also makes me feel better about myself because I know that I'm also being of service to them, because it's hard for them too. They're isolated. They haven't met their new grandson. And it's just good to stay connected to family. So I think that's good for my mood as well. Number 4 is I'm working on like getting like a bit of a routine going on, like having my days sort of flow in a similar way every day. So have a little bit of predictability also for the baby, his nap schedule, but also for me, just getting into a rhythm, and then I don't have to overthink things too much or get anxious. I'm just like, okay, this is what we're going to do next. This is what we're going to do next. Like have a sense of normality, even though that, you know, the new normal is anything but normal. Then number 5, get outside. So every morning after we've spoken to my parents and I've had my coffee, and after his first nap, I make a breakfast for myself and for Baruch, and I take him outside, and there's a little bench in the road outside our house. It's a quiet little street that's actually it's sort of a dead-end street. It's like a cul-de-sac, and so it's quiet and it's a leafy street. So we just sit out there and we have our breakfast, and it just does us good to be outside, to see some green, blue sky. I find it very good. And then number 6, I try and go for at least 1 walk, sometimes 2 walks in the day, and it's really just a very short little walk. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I find that just that little bit of exercise gets my blood flowing, it releases some endorphins, and it picks me up, and it's also good for the baby, so it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm a better mom if I get the baby outside a little bit, and he loves it so much, so it makes me feel sort of proud of myself if I can get out for a walk once or twice a day. And obviously it's really good for my mood, even just being outside and moving. And then number 7, as you probably know, I am working on my album, and I think working on a creative project can be very helpful. Whatever it is, like if you want to start knitting or, I don't know, crocheting or painting or whatever, I think that working on something creative, it just helps you connect with a different part of your psyche. And so even though I'm done with the actual recording part, there's a lot to be done in terms of the mixing, and we're refining the production on one of the songs, and I'm working on the admin side and working on the album artwork with an artist on Fiverr, and just lots going on. And it helps me have a sense of like excitement, and I'm making progress on a specific project that also has an end date. There's going to be a point when the project is going to be complete, and having a sense of getting closer and closer to completion, I think is something that kind of distracts me from the craziness that's going on in the world and helps me have some sense of normality. Then number 8 is when Baruch takes his 3rd nap of the day. He's still taking 3 naps. And when he takes his 3rd nap, and unfortunately it's just short naps still at this stage, we're working on improving his sleep, but he's only napping like a half an hour at a time at the moment, and we hope to improve on that soon. But while he takes his 3rd nap, I take a bath. And this is the one time during the day where I actually give myself permission to just do nothing. I'm lying, I'm soaking in the hot water, and I'm just thinking, I'm just letting my thoughts run, I'm going internal, I'm letting myself be still. And I just realized before I started doing this, I only started doing this a week or 2 ago, I would never allow myself to just be still. There would always be something I would have to do, like take a shower, get dressed, then start cleaning, do this, start dinner, whatever. And for some reason, being in the bath has given me permission to just relax and be still. And of course, the hot water is really good for relaxing, especially in the cold weather. And yeah, it's really been good for me to incorporate that short little bath every day. And I actually set a timer, like a 20-minute timer, so I don't have to worry, like I can just let go and relax, and when the timer goes, then I know it's time to get out, and then I can quickly get dressed and I'm ready for when he wakes up. So that's really been helping me. Number 9 is I share my feelings, I share my thoughts, I share what's going on with me. My husband and I check in every evening, and we either just check in and tell each other what's going on for us and where we're at, or we do what we call the 4 rivers. We answer the 4 questions. What is something today that inspired you? Number 2, what is something today that surprised you? Number 3, what is something today that challenged you? And number 4, what is something today that touched your heart? So most nights we try and quickly cycle through those 4 questions, and it allows us to go a little bit deeper in our conversations and share what's going on for us. And I must say also, just sharing my thoughts on this vlog has also been very therapeutic. As you know, this is something that I started in response to Corona and my life and being a new mom and having a baby and just processing everything. And so sharing that with you has also been really good for me. So thank you. And number 10 is sometimes I just crawl. What do I mean by crawl? Well, there's this concept of like, you can't always run. Sometimes you have to walk and then run and then walk and then run, just to kind of pace yourself. But the truth is, sometimes I can't do either of those. And all I feel like I can do is I can just crawl, and then I let myself just crawl. What does that look like? I just slow down, I take the pressure off. If I feel I'm feeling anxious, or I feel like I can't cope, or I don't want to deal, I just let myself not deal, and I just do something easy. And for me right now, that might be something like putting on a favorite TV show, unfolding some laundry, and letting the baby play with me on the floor while I fold some laundry. And that's it. I just let myself off the hook and I just crawl. So I hope my 10 things that I do almost every day has helped you. And I would love to hear if you have any other ideas, or if there's something specific that you do that's been helping you cope, or if you can resonate with what I've shared. If you want to share something with me, maybe take a picture of a nice outfit that you've put on today, or whatever it is. I just love to hear from you and get some more inspiration from also your resilience. So thanks so much, and sending you lots of love and blessings for spiritual, physical, and mental health in these times.